Hi friends, today we're going to talk about finding equations of lines. So the first one is just slope and y-intercept. Remember that the equation is y equals slope times x plus the y-intercept. So y equals our slope, which is -9, times x plus our y-intercept, which is -4. You could also say -9x minus 4. Either one of those is fine. It's just the y part of that point is the y-intercept. This one, y equals our slope times x plus, in this case, our y-intercept is 4. So 2/5 x plus 4. You also need to be able to find it from a graph. So we have to find the slope and the y-intercept. In this case, our y-intercept is at -4. And then to find our slope, we'll use these 2 points. I need to go up 2 and over 1, 2, 3. So our slope is 2/3. So our equation is y equals 2/3 x minus 4, or 2/3 x plus -4. The second one here, our y-intercept is at 1. To find our slope, we'll use those 2 points. So I need to go up 1, 2, 3, and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our slope is 3/5. So our equation then, y equals 3/5 x plus 1. You can also, that slope-intercept form, you can also write an equation in point-slope form and then simplify. So we use the slope formula to find the slope first, put it into this equation. When you're doing x1 and y1, that's just these points, x1 and y1. You could also use x2 and y2. Those don't matter. It doesn't matter as long as you're using the same point. So either use x1 and x2 or use y1 and y2 to write your equation. And then you need to simplify to get y by itself. So here we have our x value and our y value. So y minus our y value, which is -5, equals our slope times x minus our x value, which is 10. So the first step, finding the slope, was already done for us. This is the second step, putting it into the equation, and then we're going to simplify. This is the same as plus +5. So I'm going to distribute first. Y plus 5 equals -2/5 x. -2/5 times -10 ends up giving us +4. And then we need to subtract 5 from each side to get y by itself. So our final answer then, y equals -2/5 x, take away 1. These last 2 examples, we're going to do all the steps. So our first step is finding the slope. y2, take away y1, over x2, take away x1. If I simplify that, oh, this isn't supposed to be a -2. It's supposed to be a -4. There we go. If I simplify this, I end up with 1 on top and 3 on the bottom. Now when I'm putting it into my equation, I can either use the point -2, -4, or use the point 1, -3. I'm going to use the point -2, -4. So these are going to be the values I'm going to use. So y minus our y value equals our slope times x minus our x value. Simplifying, these all become pluses because subtracting a negative. So first I'm going to distribute my 1/3. 1/3 times x is just 1/3 x, plus 1/3 times 2 is 2/3. And then to get y by itself, I'll subtract 4. If you do 2/3 minus 4 in your calculator and then simplify it into a fraction, you'll end up with 10/3. So our final answer here is y equals 1/3 x minus 10/3. Again, in your calculator or on Desmos, to do this, you would do 2 divided by 3, take away 4, and that would probably give you negative 3.3 repeating, but we want that as a fraction. We need an exact answer. So on Desmos, you can turn it into a fraction by pushing the button that kind of looks like this. It's like a circle with a fraction on the inside. Or on the graphing calculators, you push math, enter, enter. Regardless, it'll give you negative 10/3. Our second problem here, my slope, -5, take away -3 on top, 1 take away -4 on the bottom. Again, because we're subtracting a negative, those become plus. I end up with -2/5 for my slope. Again, you can use either point. I'm going to use the second point here. So y minus the y value equals our slope times x minus the x value. Subtracting a negative becomes adding a positive. So y plus 5 equals, if I distribute, I get -2/5 x. -2/5 times -1 is +2/5. And then subtracting 5 from both sides. Again, you have to do 2/5 minus 5 on your calculator and then turn it into a fraction. And you'll end up with y equals -2/5 x minus 23/5. Again, if you put this into your calculator and simplify, you'll end up with -23/5. So you can see here the different ways to write the equation and based on what you're given, which method you're going to use. Bye, friends.